How's it going? Rob Corbett here with the MLM Outlaws. Beautiful May sunshiny day, and let me tell you, up here in Atlantic, Canada, we're pretty excited about that because it was one heck of a winter this winter, and we just got done going through one of the biggest floods since 1973. So the floods are gone, the winter snows are gone, the sun is shining. I just came from being outside with my kids, running around the yard a little bit. I wanted to run down here into my home office down in my basement and do you up a real quick training video and get it posted. As I said, Rob Corbett, one of the co-founders of the MLM Outlaws. Be sure to come over and check out our site, mlmoutlaws.com. We just give it all away. We give you the training. We give everything for free. We just give, and I can tell you the info you're going to get from us is, of course, my personal biased opinion. Some of the most important training material you'll ever get, and I'll give you a sample of it here today. What I'm going to talk about is some network marketing strategies for you, and in particular, I'm going to talk about how to use the phone, because I know a lot of our training, if you've gone through it, it teaches you how to use the internet, because the internet, of course, if you're not using it, in my opinion, you're way behind the times in this day and age. But you still need to use the phone. And a lot of people think they can hide behind their computer, and you absolutely cannot. The internet is fantastic for setting you up as a leader, making you become an expert in your prospects' eyes, generating loads and loads, easy 10, 15, 20 highly targeted prospects every single day wanting to contact you either by email or over the phone or what have you, and fantastic for that. But they still want to talk to you, okay? As the internet becomes so impersonal, people want personality. They want a more personal touch. They want to know that you're real, so they're going to want to talk to you. So you're going to have to use the phone. Now, what I do, and if you're using our strategies, or if you follow our teaching, and you become part of our team and use our incredible marketing system, what's going to happen? If you choose to, we're going to do an initial phone interview with your prospects. So what happens is, what typical network marketer does is they pick up the phone and they call, they go and they buy a bunch of cold leads, or they're calling their warm market, and they're basically picking up the phone and they're going blah all over the prospect, just the amazing timing and the money we're going to make and the products and the compensation plan, and it's just the trips to Hawaii, and we're going to have cars, and we're going to have all this other stuff. And your prospect's like, whoa, what are you talking about? And they sense that you're needy, because you're coming across needy. You're trying to sell them. And if you've ever gone to a used car sales, maybe a used car lot, and had a used car salesman try to sell you a car, did you like that feeling? No, people don't like to be sold to, but they love to buy. Okay, so it's all about it's all about psychology and turning it around so that the individual thinks it's their decision to join your business. And how do you do that? It's by setting yourself up as a leader, but also having posture. So what we do with the MLM Outlaws and the training we teach is, I called it the initial phone interview, didn't I? Because that's what it is. When we call up our prospects, because what has happened when you use a system like the MLM Outlaws, or use our system, these contacts, these prospects are contacting you versus you contacting them. So let's say that you're contacting your warm market. Doesn't matter. You're still chasing them, okay? So you've got something you want from them, okay? You're coming to them. When you're calling cold leads, you're chasing them big time. When you use a system like the MLM Outlaws, where you have prospects contacting you, total different game. They've now come to you, they've come into your space. So what we've done with the MLM Outlaws, and what I recommend you do for this network marketing strategy as far as using the phone, is the initial phone conversation you have is an interview, okay? And I actually, I have a whole document done up that is actually, it's questions, and this is what the team uses. That we interview our prospects when we call them, and we set it up where it's asking them pointed questions. Have you been in the industry before? What are you looking to do? What are you looking to accomplish? If you're in the industry now, how long have you been in? What companies have you been with? How much money do you invest monthly on a monthly basis for marketing your business? Because if people aren't investing money into their business, they don't get it. How much money have you set aside to become involved in an opportunity? Are you married? Do you have kids? Just a whole host of pointed questions that are used to qualify and sort this individual, because you don't want to just enroll people for the sake of enrolling people. It's a waste of your time. You're going to end up with people who, if you sell, like I could recruit people just by selling it to them. I could hype them up because I know this industry inside out, and I could be blah 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 and get everyone all fired up and they join. But you know what happens is a lot of these people, as soon as the hype wears off and the excitement wears off, they realize this is a real business, which it is, guys. You've got to work this thing hard, and then they end up dying out because the hype has wore off. So you want to qualify these people. You want to control the conversation. Okay, so here's what we do. We do this initial phone interview, and that's exactly what it is. I let them know. I would say, hey, Joe, this is Rob calling you up. You visited one of my websites yesterday. What can I do for you? And then I'll shut up and I'll listen to them. But when they're done talking, it's now my turn, okay? And I'm going to control this conversation. If they say, yeah, well, what's this all about, Rob? I say, sorry, that's not what this conversation's all about, Joe. What this conversation's all about is it's to find out if your goals and your dreams are worth my time. Okay, and that's how I come across. It's posture. You've got to have it because people are attracted to posture. If I came across, well, Joe, let me answer all your questions and anything you need, I sound needy. Joe's in control, and it's done. Okay, he's not going to come in. He's not going to do anything. Instead, I control it. So then I go right into a question. So, Joe, tell me, are you in the industry now? Okay, and then I take notes, and then I keep asking him questions. And if he tries to control the conversation, I'm just very blunt with him. I say, Joe, listen. The whole point of this conversation, again, is to see if your dreams and your goal aspirations are worth my time. And that's a fantastic question you asked, Joe, but we're going to get to that later. So how long have you been in this industry, Joe? What do you do for marketing, Joe? Those type of questions I go right into. And then at the end, I say, Joe, you know what? If they are qualified, if they're not qualified, I end the conversation and say, you know what, Joe, I don't think this is for you. And that's an attitude you got to get. You got to get the posture to be able to let people go, because it's just a waste of time just to recruit people for the sake of recruiting them. So then it's then at the end of it, it's Joe. You know what? I think you may be qualified. You may have potential to do very well in this. So the next steps, okay? I'm controlling this thing. The next steps are, Joe, I'm going to give you a website. You go check out this site. Here's my number. Give me a shout back after you have seen all the information on that site. Then I'll answer every question that you have. Okay? So that's a mind shift. That's a posture deal. You've got to get that. I recommend, you know what, people, if you're generating leads and following our system or using our system, I recommend what people do is they go out and they buy 200 to 500 cheapest leads you can find for the only purpose of practicing what I just taught. Okay, that's what I tell my team to do. Okay, by the time you get through that and have the attitude, I don't care if I enroll anyone from these 500 leads. That's not the point. It's to get comfortable on the phone. It's to give yourself permission to have posture. Okay, and once you nail those 500 calls and they're done, you're just going to become a recruiting machine on the phone. So that's just one of the many tips, guys, that we're going to tips and training that you get from us at the MLM Outlaws. I'm going to run back outside, get a nice warm Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to get out there and enjoy the sun. Wanted to get on here, say hi, give you a little tip of the day. Keep your head down, keep focused. You're on the right track. You're making this thing happen. Until next time, Rob Corbett signing off.